To this now, the High Court in Pretoria has heard about how a senior police officer, Major General Sibia, who was fired in 2015, continued to be part of the investigation into the murder of former Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa. Now, Sibia, who has previously denied being part of the Meyiwa murder case's investigating team, was fired in 2015 before he was reinstated in 2022 and promoted to the position of National Deputy Police Commissioner. This after winning his legal bid in the Labour Court. However, State Witness Sizwe Zungu has told the court about a meeting he attended with Sibia and Major General Vincent Lishabane in 2019, where the discussions centered around the five accused possible involvement in the murder. Let's now speak to SABC News reporter Sipho Kekana, who's been watching this particular case in court. Sipho, this is quite an interesting turn, especially when you see what's happening.
Yes, you are right, Bongiwe. The State Witness has now placed Sibia right at the heart of this investigation that has now placed all the five accused at the scene of Senzo Meyiwa in Vosloorus on that night that the former Bafana captain was shot and killed. So Zungu says that while Warrant Officer Makubo and Colonel Joyce Buthelezi rejected his version, Sibia was among the top police officials who accepted that particular version. Let's take a listen.
You say that present at that meeting with Lishabane was also General Sibiya present, correct?
Yes.
And you state that at the time General Sibiya was the head of Hawks in Gauteng, correct?
I was informed by the General that he was the head of the Hawks.
Now, if I inform you that at the time of this meeting, that is in 2019, General Sibiya was fired from, at the time he was already fired from the SAPS. He was only reinstated in 2020.
I heard that thereafter.
So in essence, at the time of this meeting, Sibia, who's also interested in this matter, was a civilian. He was not an officer of SAPS, correct?
Yes.
And you state that him, Sibia, told you that the information that you had relayed to the police was correct and accurate, correct?
Yes.
Now, as a civilian, how will you have known that information is correct?
I wouldn't know as to how he got to know, but what I knew at the time was that he was a police officer.
Hey Mzansi, welcome back to SA Political Lens. Today we're going deep again because the story of General Sibiya and his alleged role in the Senzo Meyiwa case is getting more suspicious by the day. So buckle up because this one gives serious déjà vu of how corruption hides in plain sight.
That's right, John. General Sibiya, who was already fired from the police, somehow found himself meeting a key state witness in the Meyiwa murder case, Sizwe Zungu. And this was while he wasn't even an active police officer. Now that alone should already raise eyebrows.
Let's take it step by step. General Sibiya was first dismissed in 2015. Following a disciplinary inquiry over the illegal deportation of Zimbabwean nationals in what was called the Zimbabwe rendition chase. SAPS claimed he was involved in kidnapping and handing over suspects to Zimbabwean authorities unlawfully. He challenged that dismissal in court, and after years of legal battles, in 2020, the Labour Court ruled that his firing was procedurally and substantively unfair. Then, in 2022, the Labour Appeal Court ordered that he be reinstated and compensated for his time away from work. But here's where things get controversial. Critics said his reinstatement happened without addressing deeper misconduct issues. Basically, he came back into the system with old skeletons still in his closet.
Exactly. And now during the Senzo Meyiwa case, we find out that Sibia personally met with Sizwe Zungu, a state witness that places the five accused men at the scene of the crime. What makes this wild is that Sibia allegedly told Zungu that his version was correct, even though other police officers had rejected that version. So if he was fired at the time, The big question is, what was he doing interfering in an active murder investigation?
Exactly, Sarah. It almost feels like Sibia was trying to shape the narrative, pushing a particular story instead of letting evidence speak for itself. And now this development has given new weight to what Advocate Tefo said, that Sibia was involved in messing up the Meyiwa case. According to Tefo, Sibia's job was to hide evidence, including the gun that allegedly killed Senzo, which Tefo claims belongs to Advocate Baloyi. Tefo was mocked for saying that back then, but look what's happening now. Mzansi, before we continue, here is a clip of Advocate Tefo explaining Sibia's involvement in the Meyiwa case. Listen carefully because what he says connects perfectly with what's coming out now.
At the scene of crime is at Kelly Kumala's former house, his former home, whereby on the 26th of October 2014, Shadrach Sibia went there, Musikiri was there, and one of the MEC of Gauteng were there. So the main reason for Shadrach Sibia to be there was to go there and take the firearm that killed Senzo. See? Yes. And then the message arrived. Before Sibia arrived there, the message was received by Kelly to say, please make sure the firearm is safe. Don't hand that firearm to the police or Fosloras. Keep it until somebody is coming to fetch it. That somebody was Sibia and came there with a Musikili.
So you have it. Tefo said Sibia was hiding key evidence, and now we see that even when he wasn't an active cop, he was still meddling in investigations. This isn't random. This is a pattern. And remember, the same man was fired, reinstated, and then promoted again. That's not normal. That's power protecting power.
You're right, John. If someone with that kind of history can still interfere in one of South Africa's most high-profile murder cases, it shows us how deep the rot goes. And for everyone who said Advocate Tefo was crazy or lying, well, the pieces are starting to fit together.
That's it for today's episode of SA Political Lens. Mzansi, stay alert. And remember, when the same names keep popping up in every scandal, it's not coincidence anymore.
Exactly. Stay sharp, Mzansi, because the truth doesn't hide forever, no matter how powerful the people behind it are.